Hey guys, wanted to share with you my desk for the school year. Nothing crazy different from last year. Just wanted to point out a thing or two that helped me out. Something that I didn't have before. And it comes in handy. I used to write when students would borrow things. I would write on sticky notes or just, mental note. But then I would forget, or the student would bring back the item, and I was like, oh, thanks for returning it, because I'd totally forgotten. So I wanted to give you a quick tour of my desk for this year, and then show you that log, and then also show you how I set up my room for the school year. Alright, so this is my desk. The setup is still the same. I did get rid of this in the back. It just got really dusty. Students would always ask for it. If I was not here and the substitute was here, they would use all the stuff, so I just took that away. Now it is put away, and then I just have a few things here in the back. Also gives me a place to work. Back here I did add a mirror, so when I'm sitting down facing my computer that's slightly angled, I can see the students. They think I'm not watching, but I'm watching. So setup's the same, and the only thing here different is nothing really. The setup is pretty much the same, except I have my file cabinet down here, and that was pretty much the thing that changed. Our docking station is a little different. So sorry with all the shakiness. I bought this new tripod, but it is not the best tripod. Alright, so in my little teacher stash here, I have, regular tape, favorite pencils, markers, all of that, sticky notes, all that stuff. I did get from Lakeshore Learning. I did get these top-notch teacher notes. So I saw them and I thought, oh, that's pretty good, Anytime I call home, it's usually because of something bad the student's doing. So I thought this was pretty great to send a positive note home to the parent and have them sign and return. I can file this in the student's file. That way the next teacher that takes them over can see, good things that they've done as well, not just, mistakes or negative things. So I did pick that up. It was pretty inexpensive. So all my passes and things of the sort are back here. Attendance is in my clipboard. School information is here, and the school emergency contact information. I have all sorts of things. First thing I do have is going to be my bell schedule, and then of course phone numbers and procedures and things of the sort. My t-tests I always keep here. That way from one year to the other, when I'm writing my goals, I know where to go for that. Now this is what I created last year, and it worked out really well. So I have my original copy back here, but I made it in color so I could easily spot it. But pretty much it's just items, student name, what they checked out, or the date, and then when they checked it in. So that way, when they borrow a mannequin or a stand or a brush or whatever the case may be, this is where they're going to sign in, sign out, and I have the log. So I would fill it up and then turn the page. I don't throw it away till the end of the school year, just to make sure that everything has been turned in. So this is pretty neat. I did do the hole punch, but then I was like, well, I'm just make it into this little journal here, and so then I used the comb binding machine to do so. So it's pretty good. It worked out pretty good. So I keep it here on a daily basis. When students borrow certain things, especially the more expensive things, then we make sure to get that checked back in. Another way that I use that is if the student is, I'll try it this way, if for whatever reason the student, let's say today they were supposed to bring their pointy tweezers, so we're practicing lash tabbing, or we're dotting diamonds on nails and they're supposed to bring their daughters, or whatever the case may be. If the student didn't bring theirs from their kit that they purchased, then I have a class set and I will let the students borrow them. In the past, unfortunately though, a lot of times what happens is we're in such a hurry to clean up and get out of the room go to the next class period, that sometimes when we clean up, some of the school supplies end up with the student supplies, and maybe they don't realize it, or maybe they do, but hopefully they don't realize it, and then it just becomes part of their toolkit. And then our school supply dwindles down. So to avoid that, whoever's going to borrow any kind of supplies on those type of occasions, they can borrow them, but they're going to sign them out. And so then that way it ensures that I get all the school supplies or my personal supplies, because we know as teachers we always buy what we need for the classroom. Even though it doesn't belong to the school, we still lend it to the students to make sure they're successful in class. But a lot of times we don't get our stuff back, and it does cost money, because over time, maybe just $1 for the tweezer, but $1 is $1 and 25 is 25, and it goes on every year. You just replenish without asking for more. But it's definitely important to make sure to keep track of what goes out, that way you always get it back in. So that is something that I used. It worked really well, and I really enjoyed using it. It's a great tool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take you. So the rules and expectations are here. The rules are the same. Be a professional, demonstrate integrity, strive for your future, maintain strong work ethics, and fake it till you make it. The responsibilities, I do have the freshman and the sophomore bundle. I don't have the brushes for the freshman yet. We have manager, salon leader, classroom leader, inventory associate, towel associate, and floor associate. I gave them fancy names, so it's not just the towel person, just so they take a little more pride in that. So it's just the freshmen and the sophomores this year, and then I'm gonna put all class periods in one little container. And then of course I still have my work on point. Okay, I do have my work on point treasure box. It's pretty full in there. Back here we're going to be, or on the tables, I did have these placemats that I got at the home store. I did not get a chance to laminate these, so I got them last minute, but each table does have that placemat. Back here, this is a wall that opens. It's a partition, so I cut it down the middle, so when we open or close it, it folds. It doesn't mess up my stuff. But anyway, so these I made a video of why and how I make these, but these are all laminated images of magazine cutouts that have different braids, because we're going to be working on braiding the first few weeks of school. And so these are some examples of artists' work that actually have been published. So that is pretty neat. Okay. Then of course I have, which I have not finished because I ran out of dots, but I have my calendar, planning on putting birthdays here, and I'm still not done. I'm gonna put some school stuff up at the top. I have my school supply rollabout, missing 2 labels, but it's ready, and then I have my brushes and combs and stuff, and that's ready to go as well. My stands and my boxes are back that direction, so students do take it from there. This year on my door, I just have some gold, black and gold things there. My student station I have changed. It used to be on my file cabinet there, but it was in the way a lot whenever we would wash our hands. So now the file cabinet is there, and then that's empty, so that's awesome. And then here we have our water, we have bobby pins, rubber bands, Band-Aids, finger cuts, T-pins, hand sanitizer, spray, things that students always ask for. This is their to-go, all right, or go-to. And then this is they always plug their cell phone, and so I allow cell phones in my classroom, and they can plug them in, and so this is where they plug them in. So I give them a designated spot for that. That way they don't go and plug all my stuff or whatnot. On the opposite side, I did put some books out. So that way this year I would like to do some more reading. What I'm working on here, speaking of reading, I did bring my books from home. I've got textbooks down there, magazines, but that way we can do some more reading, or a lot more reading. I would like to create a reading area here, maybe a rug, maybe 2 bean bags of some sort, and such. And then of course all of this is the same from last year. I was gone for the summer, so I didn't really have much time to get creative and be fancy with all my decorations. But this is the demo mannequin that I have for my braids. So I did those just a little bit ago. And so those are going to be at the front of the classroom, just kind of like attention grabbers. And so I'm working on my other mannequin here. Gonna give her a nice braid. But I get these at, you know, jewelry store or whatnot. This was $4. This one was $5, and it's a little backwards headband, little crown pieces, anything of the sort that you find at hobby stores or at craft stores. I'm sorry, not craft stores, but jewelry stores is good to have to play with. So anyways, my Champs is up there. It is crooked. I have to fix that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I will fill out my student expectation board as soon as I get a chance, get my reading spots ready and good to go, and my bins and baskets are still the same from last year. Have not had time to replace those, but I will, because they are from the dollar store, so as you can see, they're kind of like messed up a little bit there, but it's all right. They do their job. All right. So that is my classroom for this school year. I have a few things that I still need to pop up, but that's about it. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Have a great school year.